Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending today's webinar, Hosting AMP Courses Through Your Chapter, presented by Laura Thomann at AMP. Before we begin, we want to cover a few housekeeping items. All participants are muted. This session is being recorded and will be posted online. If you have any questions, please type them in the Q&A tab, and we will address those questions at the end of the presentation. This is an 8-week training series, and this is the 6th week. Please consider the other 2 scheduled topics and sign up for those. Without further delay, I would like to introduce Laura Thomann, Education Specialist at AMP. Welcome, Laura.
Thank you, Cindy. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's training series, hosting AMP chapter courses through your chapter. I am Laura Thomann, and I am one of our Education Strategic Scheduling Specialists. I currently handle the scheduling of our public and chapter courses in the US and Canada, and have been with our education team for 10 years. I've had the pleasure of working with some of you already, and I'm looking forward to meeting and working with everyone else. Today, we are going to review the types of partnerships AMP offers to chapters, go over the steps to hosting a course in your area, and review the AMP Chapter Education Agreement. Let's discuss how chapters can partner with AMP headquarters to bring classes to your area. There are a few partnership options, and some can even provide additional revenue to the chapter. The chapter can assist with promoting classes and certifications, and can even invite an AMP staffer to speak to your officers or at a local chapter meeting. A great way to earn additional revenue besides hosting chapter classes is by sponsoring public classes in your area. We provide reimbursement for securing meeting space, paint labs, and even providing food and beverages. So let's take a look at some of these examples. For providing food and beverages for a public class, the chapter can earn around $50 per student per class. If there are public courses in your area and your chapter is interested in earning additional revenue, this is always a great way to do it. We provide coffee, soda, and water throughout the day, as well as a morning and afternoon snack for the class. We highly recommend shopping at a wholesale retailer for these items to receive the bulk discount and save on the purchases. This will allow the chapter to earn more revenue by keeping the expenses lower. If you have a CIP1 class in your area and can also provide a lunch or donate a lunch for the students on lab day, this purchase would be reimbursed at $20 per student per class. Another way to earn additional revenue is by providing a meeting room or lab for public courses. The chapter can earn an average of $1,500 per venue or complimentary seats in the class. If this is something that you and your chapter are interested in and would like more information on, please reach out to me directly and I can get that over to you. And of course, every chapter has the opportunity to earn up to 50% of the gross revenue by hosting a chapter class. So we know many of you are probably interested in hosting classes, which is the largest revenue share. So let's go over the requirements for hosting. Here are the steps for hosting classes. Your chapter needs to be in good standing and have an affiliation agreement signed, have a dedicated education member who will liaise with headquarters on the details of the course that the chapter wants to offer, and conduct research on which courses are of interest to the chapter membership. You would then need to locate a venue, recommended hotel, and coordinate food and beverages. Venues can be donated as long as the room meets the size requirement. For venues, we have seen anything from classrooms and office buildings, community centers, to hotels. Hotels are great, but can be more costly than other possible options. If you will be using a hotel for a class venue, please make sure to submit the contract to the AMP education team before signing so that we can review this and make sure that you are getting the best deal. If you have any recommended hotels in your area that you work with that may be able to provide a promo code for sleeping rooms for students and instructors, this is always extremely helpful and information that students do seek out when registering for courses. Depending on where your class is being held, you will either need to order food from the venue, a local caterer, or provide the items daily. These items would consist of coffee, water, soda, morning snacks such as muffins, donuts, bagels, and an afternoon snack. Some examples can be trail mix, chips, candy, granola bars, something maybe sweet or salty just to get some energy up for the afternoon. These items do not need to be purchased from a restaurant or caterer, and they can be brought from grocery or bulk grocery stores such as Sam's or Costco. When selecting the dates for your course, please provide 1 to 2 backup options. This is so that we can confirm that there are no other conflicting classes scheduled in your surrounding area at the same time, and check instructor availability before we do put this course on a schedule. Okay, so our last topic is the Chapter Education Agreement. We were hoping to have everything finalized and ready for today, but we decided to add a few more course options to it. So this is good news, but it is currently pending its final approval. So we do anticipate to have the official AMP Chapter Education Agreement released by the end of September. While I do not have the final course list approved, I am very excited to share some information with you that will be on the Chapter Education Agreement. The new agreement will include over 20 course options, and not only in-person courses, but virtual as well. So let's go over the steps to request a class and the chapter's responsibility throughout the course process. First, we want to confirm that you have the most up-to-date agreement to complete and return to us. Please make sure that this agreement is completed, the bottom of the pages are initialed, and it is signed before submitting the request. Once this class is approved and added, then it is ready to market. Don't forget to post and share this information on LinkedIn and social media to spread the word. The AMP education team will then work directly with you on registration updates, confirming the course, and shipping information. The week before the course, the shipments will begin arriving. This will include manuals and any required equipment. Please make sure that all course materials that are shipped beforehand are kept and stored in a safe and secure location. Once everything arrives, it is then time for class. We do ask that someone is on site to offer support and serve as an on-site point of contact if needed. Once the class is finished, the AMP distribution center will reach out via email to the shipping point of contact to schedule the pickup of the equipment and any remaining materials. Once we have received the course paperwork at headquarters, we will then process the chapter reimbursement request. This can take up to 4 to 6 weeks for full processing and will be paid via direct deposit into your chapter account. Please make sure to save these 2 email addresses, as I will be reaching out via email next month as soon as the Chapter Education Agreement is ready for release. That is all I have for today. So thank you everyone for your time, and I will go ahead and turn it back over to Cindy for Q&A.
Thank you, Laura. We will go ahead and start with some questions. The first one is, when can you tell us what classes will be on the chapter agreement? So the final course list is currently being approved with our lawyers, and we are hoping to have all of this released next September. So once the education agreement is ready for release, we will release it as soon as possible, and you will receive the course list at that time. Okay, the next question is, who can we contact if we would like more information on sponsoring public courses? Yeah, so for more information on sponsoring public courses, please send an email either to the chaptercourses@amp.org email address, or to myself personally at laura.thomann@amp.org. Okay, the next question is, where can we find the classroom and lab requirements?
So as of right now, those are not posted on the website. We are hoping to get those posted again at next month in September. So in the meantime, if you could please email the chapter courses at amp.org or myself, laura.thomann@amp.org.
Thank you, Laura. We have another question. What is the average cost for attendees of these classes?
So the registration fees do vary by course and also by day. So if you have a class that is a 2-day class versus a class that is a 5-day, that registration fee may be a little bit higher. All of our registration fees are posted online. Once you go on to our education page and to register for a course, you can find the registration fees associated with each course.
Okay, the following question is, a company wants us to help them get the CIP one. How do we help them do that?
Yeah, so for sponsoring CIP ones in your area, what you'd want to do is we need to make sure that you have a meeting space in a lab facility. So if you wouldn't mind reaching out to me via email, or if you want to drop your email address in the chat, I can also do that. I will go ahead and send you a layout. So it'll be the classroom size requirements for our CIP1 courses, as well as the lab requirements for that. So once you're able to go through those requirements and we can confirm that the facility does meet those, we are good to go. We will just need to add that facility as an approved vendor, and we can work with the chapter to bring that class to your area and make sure that the chapter does receive that reimbursement rate for the venue in the lab facility.
Okay, the following question is AMP Houston training facility available for Houston classes, or are other facilities needed for classes hosted by Houston chapter?
So we can definitely discuss that our availability for the AMP training facility. We do have a rental agreement for that and are more than happy to rent that out when those rooms are available. So please, for the Houston chapter, please reach out to me and we can start checking the availability for the schedule and discuss all of those terms and get that scheduled.
Okay, the last question that I show is what are the difference between an open course and a closed course?
Yeah, that's a great question. So an open course is going to be known as one of our public courses or a chapter course. So this is a course where students can go online and they can say, hey, here is a basic corrosion in Houston, and click more information. From there, these students will be able to register at that very moment. They will be able to see the course information, the pricing. So a closed class is going to be more of our on-site or in-house courses. These are courses that are held specifically just for the one company. So say Sherwin-Williams decided to run an in-house or on-site class at their facility in Mobile, that would be closed. So this course would not be open to the public, as it would be for only on-site personnel.
Thank you, Laura. And thank you everyone for attending this webinar. For any additional questions, please bring these over to the community of interest, and we will answer those there for this session.
Hey, Cindy, I see that one more question came in that I'd like to answer if we have a few more minutes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see those.
Oh no, it just came in. I got a question saying if a public class can be sponsored. So real fast, this is 100% possible. So a chapter can sponsor a public class by providing the meeting room or the food and beverage or labs. So if you would like any more information on sponsoring public classes, please reach out to me directly and we can get that over to you.
Thank you, Laura, and thank you everyone for attending.
Thank you.